Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Rewind that. It's your girl, Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one, guys. Listen, yesterday, I'm sorry, not yesterday, last Friday night when I was on, the crickets were out, honey, and they are out louder than ever. They're like, we're joining this live from now on, and it's very irking to me. So, listen, any type of moment of silence, I guess you're going to hear them singing in the background. What's up, Samara? How are you? Thank you for joining. Okay, guys, so today, tonight, this morning, we are going to be talking about Force Season 2, episode number 6. The episode is called Here, There Be Monsters. All right, let's get into it because this episode, it's got some things going on, guys. And after being kind of afraid that they weren't gonna be like, I was just wondering where else can y'all go with the storyline. I'm happy to say that I think they got some good stuff up their sleeves. Okay. What's up, One Shot Gaming, Big Wolf Status, Big Smooth, and Michelle Wadler. One Shot Gaming said, "Can I just get this off my chest? Maria is a freak." All right. Well, now people saying she a freak. That's fine. You can say she a freak, but I just don't want to hear people say they don't trust her anymore. Okay. That's my thing. New person on my radar. First of all, just so you know, I was never on that bandwagon of y'all where you didn't trust Maria thing. That wasn't me. That was a lot of y'all. I didn't find her, my spidey senses was not tingling with her. But I'm gonna tell you who I do not trust now. And that is Shanti. And we will talk, y'all. We will talk because, oh my goodness, this was the episode. Y'all, there was people talking about, oh, last week's episode. Oh, that episode was this, that was no, this one. This is the type of stuff I like. Okay. Setting us up. This is the storytelling, all of that. I like it. Okay. What's up, LSW? All right, guys, let's get into it. What's up, Mike Conley? All right, y'all. So who got the acting chops, huh? Who got the acting chops? And then look at that. Look at the parallel. She's over there fake crying. Okay. And then she's like, "Oh, can you excuse us, please?" And then she just turns her evil face on. I cannot stand this girl. Okay. She turns her evil face on. She bends down to her father, who looked horrible, by the way. He looked horrible. Did y'all see his eye? Just horrible. To do your father like that? I'm sorry, to do anything like that to a parent is terrible, but man, to do him like that? Oh my gosh, it's freaking disgusting. But anyway, yeah, she bends down to him and she says, "This never had to happen. All I wanted you to do was accept me. It didn't have to be this way." And then, she's like, goodbye, da. And it's just like, girl, don't even waste your breath on doing all of that, talking to him and stuff. Oh, it didn't have to be this way. Shut up. It's too bad that they didn't have recordings in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now, because we need to find out. Yo, I'm telling you, Stacy Marks, she's there. She's there with it now. She's on my nerves. Her hard on for Tommy is freaking ridiculous, y'all. It's freaking ridiculous. I just can't deal with her. So let's get the heck out of here and let's talk about this freaking dummy. So she's over here and she's telling Vic, "Oh, I own you, this and that. You better not lie to me. You better not do this, better not do that, blah, blah, blah." And so he's like, okay, fine. Like, I'm gonna give you everything on my sister. And she's like, your sister is low-hanging fruit. Like, I don't care about her. I want the big guys. And she keeps going to Tommy as if he's really a big person. Yes, he is, but he's not there yet. He's not one of the top people. Like, there's so many other people. There's Mirkovic, there's Miguel. I mean, it's the cartel. Like, and even there's people bigger than Miguel and bigger than Mirkovic. But right now you got Mirkovic, who is the head of the Serbs over there for right now until somebody deletes him and then you get the next person that they're gonna insert, right? Or instate. Okay. And her thing is, she's just barking up the wrong tree, and Vic is just over there like, oh my gosh, like what is this lady talking about? And she's saying, oh, I need you to get a number and all of this, and I'm going to be the point of contact. And everybody is looking around. You got Sung looking around like, what? She going to be the point of contact. Her husband, Bobby, he looking like, what is she talking about? So I guess that, the assistant DA or whatever the heck she is, they're never supposed to be the point of contact. So she got folks just like she's cutting out everybody's job right now. Nobody has no job description as far as this lady is concerned, because she wants to be the one for this person to talk to, like for Vic to talk to. So guys, it's just ridiculous. Like for her to think that this man right here, Vic, knows Tommy like that, it's just too much for me. Like it's really stupid. This lady is dumb. All right. And I'm probably going to say that later on too when I talk a little bit more about her, but she's freaking stupid. Okay. Let's see. All right, let's move on. Let me see where else we got. Just want to make sure that I'm not off the track. Okay. So now guys, we have Diamond who tries to pay. Am I on the right track? I don't think so, guys. No, I'm sorry. Diamond tells Tommy that Christmas came early. All right. He brings the news. I'm sorry, guys, about that. He brings the news that, King Flynn is dead. Okay. So now, of course, Tommy is like, yo, who did it? This and that, who had the pleasure? All of this. Of course, this is happy news for both of them. I'm like, dag, that's so, it's a shame. But anyway, right? Hey, this is the game. All right. We didn't have to do it. Somebody else did it. Okay. Who do we congratulate? Okay. So Big Smooth, I see that. I like that one too. Mirkovic. Mirkovic got to get murked. Okay. Yes. I'm not even gonna say anything else. Let's Mirkovic. Stop it. Okay. Anyway, what's up, one in our love? What was I saying? My gosh, that's what I'm talking about. I gotta stay focused because y'all gonna throw me off with the shenanigans. Oh, what be going through your heads is too much. Okay, so yeah, Tommy pulls out the map and everything, and he's over here like, oh, this and that. Oh, that means we're gonna have to go get over here to this territory, this and that, and the third. And let me look. I'm so glad that Diamond is here though, because Tommy really doesn't think. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just ready to gun for the territory, but he's not really thinking the way Diamond is thinking, where he's saying, okay, but we're not going to be the only people that's gunning for the territory. You know that, right? So we need to, think this through and be careful and stuff like that. And so, yeah, that's he reminds him of that. And so Tommy is saying, well, if anybody, Vic is the one that's going to come to me. Okay. So he knew that, but he doesn't really understand, of course, why Vic has really come to him. And we'll get to that soon. All right. What's up, Jeremiah? All right. So now, guys, we have Maria and Tommy. They go car shopping. Okay. And, they kind of got this little metaphorical talk going on with the cars. Oh, sometimes the car is like this, and then you never know how. Sometimes it's smooth on the road, but it's this way on the inside. All of these metaphors trying to obviously referring to each other. And she's like, well, what if it can't handle me or something like that? And I'm just like, oh, all of this flirting, whatever, guys. So anyway, it's clear, and I've been saying it's clear that she really likes Tommy. I mean, she's called him like, help me pick out a car. Like, I know you stole a lot of cars. She's playing with him and everything. As much as she doesn't like gangsters, she's giving this guy a lot of play. Okay. And so then she gets this text from Kendall saying, where are you? I got a text last night. I'm in the hospital. So she goes to the hospital. Okay. And we will get there in a few minutes. Yeah. Pretty freaking cheesy. Okay. So now this is the part that I kind of skipped to. So Diamond tries to pay Janard's debt with Mirkovic. Oh my gosh, I did not mean to say that. Oh my gosh, seriously. With Mirkovic. But he denies him, okay, and says it's too late. I cannot deal with y'all. I did not mean to say that. All right. Anyway, and you know, he's telling Diamond that it doesn't cover the interest either, right? And he wants the projects back or Janard dies. Okay. And at this point, I'm just like, Janard, I mean, not Janard, Diamond, you be too chill for me sometimes. But you know what, though? I know a lot of y'all, a lot of people say what they say about Diamond, but I've always been kind of team Diamond because I've always wanted to see the person, like the person who's behind CBI, like the one that started the whole thing. Like we know that he's kind of on this chill level since he got out of jail and stuff like that, but there is something in him that, is the reason why he was able to hold it down as the leader all these years. And I've always wanted to see it. Like I want to see what made you the man, right? And so for me, I've always been waiting for him to, show this. But in moments like this, if somebody is threatening your brother's life, for me, I'm just like, yo, bro. I love the fact that you can't read his face though. And to me, that's supposed to make him dangerous. But he's kind of been like last season, he was dropping the ball on that. But I feel like this season, he's gonna probably take it up a notch with that. Like he's gonna start really showing that what his father said about him, the reason why they call him Diamond is because he is good under pressure. And he has this poker face that nobody can read. Like you look at him and you won't even see that he's bothered behind what somebody is saying. Like you threatening his brother and he'll just have this regular face on. He don't look mad. He don't look I mean, I feel like sometimes he might look nervous, but that's just, maybe that could be a game he's playing because I feel like in this episode I saw Diamond play a little bit of chess. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Savannah? Thank you for the super chat. Yes, soon. I can't wait. I'm sorry, super sticker, my bad. What's up, Tamika's Den? I appreciate Diamond's chill, but I know he can turn up when necessary. He's still my man. My man. Yes, girl. Yes. Me and you both. Okay. I'm definitely Team Diamond because I just want to see him, show people don't play with me. Okay, but like I said, Mirkovic definitely just threatened his brother and he's just sitting there chill. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, don't you think you might need to go to war or something like that? But that's not what he told what's his name? That's not what he went and told Tommy. He just kind of relayed the message to Tommy and said we need to be careful. So I was just like, but you know what? Like I said, I'm riding with him and I'm watching and I'm enjoying the patience that he has and that he shows us because I think that makes him most dangerous of all. And I like stuff like that. I don't mean to say it like that, like I like violence and nothing, but I just like people that like really think. I think those are like the most dangerous freaking people that you want to deal with. And I know that a lot of people have been sleeping on Diamond, clowning him and everything. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm just like, listen, don't play with him. I'm telling you, those will be the ones, guys. Oh, I love it. K-Eds. That's so cute. As my father used to say to me, the quiet and calm ones are the dangerous ones. Exactly. So, yeah, it makes him wise. Exactly. Because he's not ready to just run into everything. And he's like, I'm trying to, surveil everything. I want to see what's going on. I want to see what's coming at me from here, from the right to the left, front, the back. Meanwhile, Tommy just want to jump out, into the water, the deep blue freaking sea where there might be sharks nearby. Like Tommy's a freaking idiot still. Okay. Still very impulsive. Okay. That's why we need somebody like Diamond on his side. But with all the lies they keep telling each other, I definitely sense trouble coming their way. All right. but I think D-Mac is the key to you know, fixing that. Whatever bump in the road that they might have ahead, he's the key to fixing that. And I'll hopefully I'll get there. I think I told you guys about this last week, but so if that's the case, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's see. Now we have Maria who goes to the hospital, and she's going to see Kendall, and he tells her about, the attack, and that it wasn't a robbery, and that these guys were Mexican, they had on a certain watch, this and that. So once she hears that, she's like, oh my gosh, yo, my freaking brother. Like, she already knows, guys, right? And he's like, why would somebody do this to me? Why would somebody want to do this to me? I did feel bad for the guy, and she's like, I have no idea. Uh-huh. AG says, listen, Dr. Kendall knows he's not dumb. I wonder. But she did ask. She said, did you recognize anybody? He said, no, I didn't. So I don't know if that was him just trying to keep it on the hush hush because he knows that's her brother, this and that. But I just don't feel like she would share that information with anybody outside of the game, like civilians and stuff, that she would share who her brother is. I just don't feel like she would share that. But for him to know that, it might be a little far-fetched, but anything's possible, right? In the realm of television, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, we never know. Could very well be, guys. Could very well be. He might have known a little something. Okay, let's go. All right, so now Vic, he comes by to see Tommy to let him know that he's taken over the Flynn organization and wants to know if um the teaming up with CBI is still on the table. Okay. He also tells Tommy that he deleted Walter, right? Because Tommy asked, right? And Tommy says congratulations, but then also tells him that it's not easy to do. All right. And Vic kind of gave him a little nod, like, I mean, no, it's not easy, right? Anyway, guys, Tommy tells Vic that yesterday's price is not today's price, and a lot has changed since then. And Vic is saying, well, a lot has changed for me as well, But Tommy ain't trying to hear that, okay? He's like, we could just walk up there and take it, you know what I mean? But Vic says, why start a war when I can walk you through the front door, right? Hand you the keys and all that. So when Tommy says, what's in it for you? Why are you doing this? Vic tells him that he's been wanting to move something more profitable like powder, and they can do it 50-50. So Tommy says, he has to pitch the idea to Diamond first, and it will be 70-30. And Vic was like, nah, do it for 60-40, and you got a deal. So they shake on it. And before Vic leaves, he asks Tommy if he will delete his sister. And Tommy says, nah, death is too easy for her. I'm going to make her suffer. You going to have a problem with that? Vic says, nope. And that's that. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Kendall ain't deserved that. Miguel is set up to get taken off the board by the end of the season. You heard it here first. Yeah, that's not. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised, Okay, guys. So next, guys, we have Claudia and Vic, and they're sitting down with an attorney, I suppose, or whoever, the person that's in charge of the estate and everything. And he discusses where they will stand. Where they actually do stand right now in their father's will. Okay, so the lawyer tells them that their father was hemorrhaging money, guys, and the little that he has left is going to Vic. Everything is going to Vic, including the freaking mansion. Okay, and I'm like, ooh, good for you, Claudia. I mean, I don't know why she thought she was supposed to have anything, child. And honestly, I don't agree with that. As much as I don't like her, I actually don't agree with the father not leaving his daughter anything. That's kind of shady, right? But it also makes you wonder, did he know that this chick was grimy like this and that she was up to something? I feel like it's a strong possibility that he knew what his daughter was capable of. Because it's just like, why? Why would he not leave her anything? Nothing. I mean, he even told her, I will pull the security from you. All right. And he, you know what? He probably that was probably a new adjustment that he made and everything. After she did all that, try to change the account codes and all that, he see what she was capable of. You know what I'm saying? And then that night when of the hit, he knew it was her. You know what I'm saying? So he already put everything in place. That's why he was the king. The king can't be stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're stupid, you ain't gonna last long. All right. But anyway, he his kids did him in. Hold on, guys, 1 second. I just need to make sure that I'm not missing any texts from the kids. Okay. All right. So let's move on. She gets nada. All right. Now we have JP trying to drink his cares away because he's missing his child, okay? Missing his son. And he's mad because he promised himself that if he ever got his son back, he wasn't going to let him go. But here he goes again, right? D-Mac is gone, okay? But Tommy tries to convince him that they did the only thing that they could do, right? And then JP tells Tommy that he hasn't heard from Kate. Like, it's kind of like a by the way, I haven't heard from Kate. And Tommy was like, consider it a blessing. And JP says, how can you not care that your mother is missing, And Tommy says, because this is my childhood. She disappeared sometime. Like, I don't know where she at. This is it. Then Tommy says, listen, you wanted to be a part of this family. This is what this family is. Okay. And might I add, a whole lot of freaking dysfunction, child. A whole lot. All right. So before Tommy leaves, he tells JP not to be so hard on himself because they did the right thing. I mean, I don't understand why this man is not acting. Why are you acting like you can't call your son? You can't call your son? Really? Like, you can't use a burner phone and call your son and say, hey, how you doing? Everything okay there? Like, we're not making an arrangement like that if I can't contact my child. So, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of stupid to me because he's over here like he's in mourning and stuff like that. But, whatever. Okay. All right, guys, let's move on from this. So we have Claudia. She's saying that, she's complaining to Vic about how Walter is still screwing her from the grave and all that stuff. Does that sound familiar, guys? He's still screwing me from the grave, this and that. It sounds like Tariq, right? Complaining that Ghost is still getting the upper hands on him. Getting the upper hands on him from the grave while he's dead. All right. And I love it. I'm sorry. I love it. And I kind of feel like this is what these kids deserve. Anybody that's trying to delete their parent, the parent that they deleted, especially somebody like Ghost or Walter Flynn, they always are able to screw them a little more while they're dead, especially when there's wills involved and all of that stuff. So you shouldn't have played around with them. Okay. So anyway, while she's complaining and she's saying things like, I just feel like she just has a lot of nerve to complain after what she just tried to do. Okay. And forget about tried to do, which she definitely did. Okay. Set in motion for her father. And the tried part is where she tried to get rid of her brother at the same time. She tried to get a twofer. Okay. 2-for-1 situation. Okay. But Vic is telling her, listen, oh well, chalk it up to reparations. But before that, she tells him, oh, I need that money more than you, Vic, right? And so that's when he tells her, yeah, well, just call it reparations for trying to kill me. And of course she lies and tries to blame it on Brendan and oh, I would never do that and things like that. But Vic goes on to tell her that he's working with CBI now and he's taken over the Flynn territory, Flynn organization, Flynn territory, all of that. And she tells him that so yeah, she says, okay, well, this means that Tommy will come for me. Tommy's gonna come for me, right? And he said, well, you best get ready then. Shoot, because I'm pulling the bodyguards too. You on your own now. You're dead to me. And so we have somebody here who loves to say that his sister is always acting like the father. But he done did a daddy's move as well, because daddy already threatened to pull her security detail, right? But he's actually doing it, okay, after what she did, and she deserves every bit of it, every freaking bit of it. What's up, Matthew Wilson and VKJTV? All right, so let's move on. Okay. All right, guys. This right here was just like, do you see Janard's shirt, guys? Like, it's freaking disgusting. Oh my goodness. So Diamond comes in to see Janard high as heck, and he's like, oh my gosh, like, oh my Jesus. How in the heck am I gonna convince Tommy to let you back with CBI when you out here like a freaking junkie? Okay. And all Janard could say is, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. So Diamond says, no more sorries from you. Get your stuff together, you know? And I'm just like, oh, this is just terrible what's happening to this man. It's freaking terrible. And what is all this on you? What was happening? Was you eating? Like, was you trying to eat some kind of ravioli, some kind of beefaroni, like with some pasta? Why is your shirt filled with stains? Like, it's insane. He looks crazy. But I'm glad that Diamond found him like this, so that it's no longer like this secret going on. Like, come on. It's out. He knows. It's not like he's gonna get him onto CBI and then they're gonna find out. He knows. But also, this is just like, it makes the stakes even higher now, because now he's lying about his brother's condition, and we'll talk about that soon. AG says we need to talk about how Janard took Shanti's. What? No, wasn't that one? Okay, this one. Christy Lofton deserves 3 awards for this season. He's doing an excellent job. Absolutely. What's up, Eric S? Man, he was getting his grub on. Stop hating, K. Food was good. He was hungry. That's some different stuff. That is some different stuff, okay? That don't make any daggone sense. It's up here, honey, up here on the side. Like, what was you doing? How was you eating this food, baby? I wonder why Christy Lofton accepted to play this role. It's mind-blowing. I mean, listen, sometimes, yeah, I don't know. And also, I wonder if he studied some type of drug addicts and junkies, because he's doing it wonderfully. Oh my gosh. Hello, chat. I'm so done with Claudia, but she's just like Drew finally dies on the final season. Janard is going along with Shanti, but he won't kill Diamond for her. I wish I would have read that first. But yes, when we get there, definitely gonna talk about it. But I believe that as well. Let me see. Let me see where I'm at. Sorry, guys, about that. Okay. So now, guys, Claudia goes to Mirkovic to ask him for protection, and he says, okay, I'll give you a couple of guys. But at this point, guys, I don't see why he would do this, because, she has nothing to offer him but the pills. But I guess he's like, hey, that's what she came to me with, and I'm still interested. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, remember, he didn't want to work with the father, but she was just running. I feel like, even though he didn't want to work with the dad, the fact that the father was still alive and behind it kind of, made it more interesting, I guess, and kind of like, what is the word that I'm looking for? I can't think of the word I'm looking for right now, but it's just, I feel like it's kind of, it just, it made the offer more solid, I guess. That's not really the word I'm looking for. But, the fact that her dad is alive and he's the one kind of behind all of her, whatever she has, even if he didn't want to work with the father, Claudia's doing her thing and she's running it and all that. But I just didn't feel like why do you want to work with her? I don't even know why you would put people on her detail. Like, whatever. That's what they want to do. Let's just work with that. All right. I don't know. Okay. So next, Miguel is almost dying, guys. But Maria, she wants to know why he did what he did to Kendall. Miguel says, I did what I had to do. You're welcome. So Maria says, you didn't even think about how this could affect my career. And, Miguel says, what you do for me is your career. Everything else is BS. So, he clearly has no respect at all for her life, guys. And apparently he's all that matters. Nobody else. He is all that matters. And obviously from when the grandmother came in, she showed we kind of saw where he gets this attitude, right? He's all that matters. um so, while he's begging for her to give him the shot, Maria tells him that he needs her, not the other way around, okay? So then she places the needle and the gloves on the table and says, do it yourself, all right? But as she's leaving, like I said, we got Abuela who shows up and she's like, help him, all right? And I just love the boldness of Maria, okay? Because the grandmother, she's just walking by. I'm sorry, Maria, she's walking by the grandmother. The grandmother's, she's standing by the door. She grabs Maria's arm, right? And says, help him. And Maria says, he's your monster. You help him. Okay. And I was like, okay, Maria, good standing up for yourself. Okay, girl, good for you. But I just hope that it doesn't get her hurt or worse, okay? Because I've seen some of these cartel ladies, these grandmothers, these older chicks, they do their own kids dirty if they have to. So yeah, I think we saw that. Did we see that in was that was either in a movie or that was in uh Ozark? Yeah, where the mother deleted her own child. And I was just like, this is not cool. Like, I'm not feeling this at all, honey. All right. So, um, let's see where else we're at. Okay. So now we have Diamond who tells Shanti that Janard has a problem, but she already knows this, okay? And she tells him, look, I know. Like I could see somebody a mile away. So if the dude is in my face, then of course I know, right? All right. And then he tells her that he thinks it would be good for Janard to get back with CBI. Okay. And she's like, can you make that happen? And he says, yeah, but a junkie would be hard to sell to Tommy. Okay. So Shanti says, I know you guys want my territory. Okay. So if you can handle the white boy and get Janard back on CBI, then I'll get Janard straight. Okay. I'll worry about him. All right. And y'all can have me and Garfield Park. Okay. And this is what I was talking about earlier, guys, when I was saying that what was I saying? Oh, that it was like a chess move to me. Because we already seen this conversation. Like for him to go to her as if, he's giving her he is giving her news. Okay, he is. But Janard already knows about this plan. But he's telling her this plan as if Janard doesn't know about it yet. I think it would be good for him to get on CBI. So he's making her think that she's going to be behind getting him together to go back to get back with CBI, just like we saw her when she was smacking him up in a later scene. And she says, like it's news to him, Diamond said that he could get you back on CBI, but you got to be clean, this and that and the third. To be honest, I don't know why Janard didn't correct her and say, well, I already know about this. Me and my brother already talked about it. Like, how maybe because he's so freaking high. You know what I'm saying? But my point is, I feel like this was us seeing Diamond play his hand over here, or place, making a little chess move, because he knows that Shanti would probably be the one to get him on board, not get him on board, probably get him straightened up a little bit to not continue on with his junky ways, but also to get her and Garfield Park, because he knows that where Janard goes, she goes. And so this was his way of bringing in that Garfield territory. And so, because I'm like, there's no reason for him to do this other than that he was gaining more territory. But what we didn't know was this chick already had a whole thing up her sleeve as well, which we're going to talk about. Okay. Which is the reason why I say she the one we need to be watching out for, that can't be trusted. Okay. That's a fact. Next, guys, Gianna, honey, got a whole man, baby. a whole man. And the way she been flirting with Diamond, you would think this chick was single. Okay, so meanwhile, she's doing all this flirting with Diamond, and this man is also Leon's father, and he comes home early. He's definitely abusive, guys. You can tell he's abusive. We haven't heard him hitting on anybody, but he's just so far verbally abusive and very mean. Okay. So he was rude as heck to Diamond, guys. But I'm sure that most men probably would have, wouldn't have liked seeing another man in their house. But at this point, I was like, we're just gonna see how Diamond handles this situation, because I had already had a feeling that he was definitely gonna get involved before the scenario took place toward the end of the episode. But I think the thing about it is I thought it would happen in a later episode. Like I said, I'm starting to see that the writing on this particular season is fast paced. So a lot of things that when I start trying to predict or I think something's gonna happen, it be happening right in the same episode. Okay. So but this dude came in so mean and smacking the smacking the lemonade out of his hand and all of this stuff, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, oh my freaking gosh, like that was insane. Me I'm not gonna get into it yet. Big Wolf says she was so disrespectful having Diamond in the house. I think that she was disrespectful having him in the house and kind of she seemed like she was being flirty in the barbershop, and then having him in the house knowing that she's kind of flirting with him then is pretty disrespectful, right? But he also is the teacher of the son. I mean, he's the trainer of her son. So I don't know what that was, if he was coming to pick him up or he drops him off and she invited him in for some water. I don't freaking know, guys. I really don't know. But, that's for y'all. That's for the dudes. Y'all talk about how disrespectful that is and all that stuff. Nothing happened. The sun is right there. But, some things people, you should be able to trust folks with certain things. Okay. Some people you can't. But poor Diamond, he don't got nothing to do with this, y'all. He thought this lady was single. You heard him before the dude came through the door. He sounded like he was about to invite her to go somewhere with him and everything. I was like, this is too much. Okay, but now as you can see, the man is so disgusting, right? And you can tell Diamond was really trying to hold it in. Like he was, I mean, getting that water snatched, I mean, that lemonade snatched out of his hand. And then the dude saying, get the F out of my house and all, and just being rude as heck. Ain't nobody teach my son how to fight but me, or whatever he said. Okay, but you ain't making the time for your son though. Meanwhile, your son out here getting beat up and bullied and all that, and you ain't taking the time for him. So if somebody else is gonna do it, then you might as well, because you ain't doing your job, but you want to get mad now. But yeah, she's messed up because she has him and she let Diamond in the house and she's all flirty. Okay. But like I said, Diamond really was holding it in. And I just knew, I said, Diamond is going to do something to this man. Okay. And the fact that he's a mean guy, you can see that Diamond also can kind of relate to this little boy, Leon, because we learned that Big Sid was mean to him as well. So we already know his heart is going to go out to this kid and be connected to him, probably stronger than it was before, now that he knows that he has a mean daddy like he had one, right? All right, now let me see what y'all talking about. Gianna doesn't respect Jamal at all. He cheating on his mother and doing coke while working. Ain't nothing to respect. That could have went left real quick. It could have. Miss ARM, hi. Men don't usually attack men so much bigger. Also, she introduced him as Leon's father, not her man. That is true. But she also said you're home early. So it's either they got a living arrangement or something. You know what I mean? But he sure had her feeling a little, shook and shocked. Like, oh, you're home early. So we'll see. And maybe they wanted to say Leon's father. I don't know why they did it like that. I really don't know. But let me see where else we're at. Okay, so next, guys, we have Tommy, who he tries to convince Diamond that it's a good idea to let Vic team up with CBI, but Diamond says he ain't trying to work with no Flynn, okay? But Tommy continues to press the issue and let Diamond know that Vic ain't no threat, okay? And if he gives a problem, he gone, right? So Diamond takes this opportunity to tell Tommy that they're gonna need more bodies. If they're gonna be expanding, need more bodies, right? And he wants to bring back Janard. This is his opportunity. But Tommy says, I know he's your brother and all of that. Know he your brother, but he tried to delete us both. Okay, do you remember that? And so, Diamond says, I know, but with Janard back in, we get Shanti Showstopper and Garfield Park. And Tommy is interested now, okay? He tells Diamond that he should have led with that, okay? Then Tommy asks how was Janard's head, and Diamond lies and says everything is all good. And so Tommy says, okay, but the moment Janard screws up, he's dead. And then Diamond says, I'm good with that. Once again, somebody threatening his brother's life, and he's just like taking it, like you can't really read his face. You can't read his emotions or what he's really thinking about it. That's what makes his character interesting. You don't really know what the heck he's thinking. Unlike Janard, where I kind of feel like you kind of know what Janard is thinking with certain things, right? But anyway, once again, like I said, a threat to his brother's life, but he says he's going to be good with it. But I doubt if he's going to be good with that, guys. Okay. Now, like I said before, I feel like this is where I think D-Mac will come in, okay? Diamond will find out that D-Mac is alive just in time to save Janard, because Janard is going to mess up. Let's just face it. He's probably going to screw up some way, somehow, okay? And when Tommy wants to try to delete him, pops, what's his name? D-Mac. Oh, I'm alive. I don't know if it's going to be showing his face, or it's going to be a phone call, or somebody going to say something. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, so Tommy, he says, I'm sorry, as he was leaving, I almost forgot to mention, guys, that when Diamond told Tommy that he tried to pay off Janard's debt with Mirkovic, and Mirkovic wasn't having it, Tommy tells Diamond that he's gonna go talk to Mirkovic, okay? And before he left, he was like, Do you have anything else that I need to know? I think I probably already did. I say that part already? He asked if there was anything else he needs to know, and Diamond says no. Like, anything else that I need to know about your brother? Diamond said no. And for me, the question was, the suspicions were too easy for me. Like, Tommy's suspicions were too easy for me, because I'm just looking at it like, where were you at? Like, have you seen Janard high? That was my question. And maybe y'all know, maybe I'm forgetting something. I know that he went to his house to tell him take care of the little K problem, and I just don't remember if he was high at that time. He seemed like he was all right, and maybe he did snort a little coke and everything, but a lot of people that snort coke, they could still be high functioning. Tommy knows that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that Tommy would try to deny him from joining CBI after Janard's doing the same thing he doing. You know what I'm saying? But now Janard is in touch with some other stuff. All right. And as far as I've seen, Tommy has not witnessed Janard on that H, like that serious stuff right now, as far as I've seen. So why is he so freaking suspicious? Like, have you been hearing what's going on? I don't understand. But anyway, guys, let's see. Mike says, I don't think D-Mac is going to help Janard, because it sounds like they want to take out Tommy and Diamond. Like I said before, Diamond's going to be the one to kill Janard. I don't think so. But it's not about D-Mac helping. D-Mac is not there to help. It's the fact that D-Mac is going to be alive, which is going to even the score. Because remember, these dudes are lying to each other. So now Diamond has leverage over Tommy that he don't even know he has yet. So if Janard, if he's telling, if the time comes to take out Janard, and here's what I predict that Tommy is gonna say. He's gonna say, "Listen, I got rid of my nephew, so you got to do your brother, right?" And so I feel like before that happens, because I do doubt that he's gonna take out his brother. You know what I'm saying? But when he finds out that this dude is still alive, D-Mac is still alive, that's when he could say, "Yo, what are you doing here? You told me that you took care of him. You didn't really take care of him. So no, all bets are off. I'm not taking out my brother." Because if you lied to me about taking care, even though he didn't necessarily say that his nephew was dead, we know what the heck he was trying to say. Okay? So that's just that. All right. But we're gonna see what happens. That's my prediction. Ain't no, I mean, to go and say Janard and his brother's gonna delete him. I feel like that's really reaching, y'all. But you never know. I would be highly, highly disappointed if Diamond takes out his brother. Highly disappointed. And I would feel like that's not even his character, to be honest. I don't know. So let's see where else I am at. Now, next, we got Shanti, y'all. Oh my gosh. She confronts Janard and tells him that she knows he stole her necklace, okay? And of course, he denies it. Nobody needs your cheap necklace, da 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 da. And just lying, guys, lying. And Janard was too high, guys. He was too high. Shanti had to smack fire out of his behind, and it was so freaking hilarious to me, y'all. I'm sorry, it's not about the smack, guys, that made it hilarious, because he was like, "Come on now, you messing up my high." She said, "I don't give a F about your high," right? And the part that made me laugh is he was like, "Oh my God," right? Then he said, "Okay, okay." I'm like, so his reaction to the smack is what had me hollering, yo. It had me freaking hollering. Okay, but then for me, this scene turned pretty serious, and it was a little emotional for me as well, because we have Shanti, and she was smacking him a lot, y'all. She was smacking him a lot, and it was just like, dag. I was really hoping that Janard wasn't gonna snap and hit her back or anything, but it was cool. Everything was fine. But anyway, she was telling Janard that she don't mess with losers, and he's not a loser, right? He's a king and was born to lead. So it looks like when she was talking like this, it was kind of snapping him out of it a little bit. And then she tells him that Diamond could get him back in CBI, which so I said this already, guys, right? If he can get clean, he can get Diamond can get him back in CBI. All right, guys. So then she tells Janard that it's either her or the drugs. Okay. And it looks like he chose her, y'all, because as you can see in the pictures to the right, he gives her, I guess, the drugs that he had on him and stuff like that. And, whatever. We'll see how that goes, right? But to me, guys, the funniest moment is when Janard was like, remember when she kind of like woke him up like, "Oh, I'm tired of this and everything." And then he was like, "You beautiful boo, you so beautiful." And he said, "Look at your mouth." I'm like, "Look at your mouth? Look at your mouth? Why? Why? What are the things that you want her mouth to do? Because I need to understand why the mouth part was the thing that you wanted to talk about. Look at your mouth." Oh Lord. I cannot, y'all. Sometimes they be cracking me up on this show, all right? It's too much sometimes. It's really too much, guys. Oh man, that was too hilarious. Oh. Anyway, anyway, can't with y'all. Oh, let me see. It says she do got some lips on her, but still, I mean, her mouth, like, bro, what was he asking for? Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? Oh my goodness. I know, but he wasn't. It's just disgusting, y'all. All right, so let's. Okay, so here's the thing. We know that Vic showed Tommy the lay of the land, and Tommy felt like it was a good day. Okay, but we also see that Tommy gives Vic a burner and tells him, this is how you're gonna contact me and all of that. And so further off, not even far, guys, we see an agent watching Tommy and Vic, and he's taking all of these notes, okay? And Tommy is like, not Tommy, Tommy leaves off, drives off, and then you have Vic going over to the agent. I forgot his name, all right, the one who plays Cairo on The Shy. So he's like, yo, what are you doing? Have you lost your mind? Like, Tommy is such a paranoid person. And if he sees you, I'm dead. Like, you really need to slow your roll. You need to chill out. And the guy is like, you're going to have to trust me that I know what I'm doing. And this is what they always do, right? They always make it seem like, oh, it's okay. They don't give two craps. These folk, them lawmen, they be getting folks killed on this show, okay? On these shows, okay? Because they don't really know how to protect nobody, nothing like that. So anyway, guys, let me see where else we are at. Yes, please hit the like button. Thank you so much, AG. All right, guys. So here we are with this right here. So we got Jamal, who is Leon's father. And, he sees that Leon has a comic book and he tells him that it's for P's. Okay, P words. He also tells Leon to take the comic book from him. Like, if you want it back, you got to take it. He tells Leon to hit me, right? Because he's telling him, listen, I heard that your mom saying that you got folks beating you up and everything like that. You ain't fighting back. Like, what is going on? So you need to hit me, right? Because I ain't raising no F word and all of this. How are you even my son? Just saying all these mean things. And I was just like, this is really disgusting, guys. But meanwhile, we got Diamond watching from his car, and you could tell that he is really uncomfortable watching this. Now, this is the one moment, like I was saying, we don't always, when Diamond is face to face with someone, we don't know what he's thinking, right? Because he normally has like this regular facial expression. We can't really read him, right? But when he's by himself in this moment, we could see he's uncomfortable with this. Very, very uncomfortable with this. So what happens later on is just not a surprise, And he even goes in there, Jamal goes in there and locks the door on the guy, on the kid. I'm like, oh, he is such a jerk. Sorry, but you could just imagine, right, what Diamond is feeling. He probably had all of this PTSD listening to this conversation and how nasty this man is being to his son. And he probably was having memories like of his father being disgusting to him as well. You know what I mean? So it had to be really terrible for him. Hey, Khadija A-hole. I haven't seen you in so long. Yeah, Miss ARM. Yep, it reminds him of himself growing up. Exactly. So, all right, let's see where we are. So next, guys, we have Claudia, who propositions Janard for a partnership, but he reminds her of the time when he was in her position, and she tells him that, she has her hands full. Okay. Now, that is his turn. He says, I'm back with CBI and we got a lot going on. So no, I got my hands full. Okay. But to me, guys, the part that bothered me was the fact that Shanti was there for this conversation. And it just didn't sit well with me. And I was just saying to myself, you know what? She gonna try to work with her. She's gonna try to work with freaking Claudia. And as much as she wants to talk about, we know we heard what she said later on about how, oh, I'm tired of the white man trying to take what's ours, but yet you're gonna try to go work with this girl. Now let me tell you something. I thought about this and I said, I don't like the fact that she's there. You know how sometimes there's just certain people, and especially a lot of times when these guys get with a certain girl that's just not good for them. The worst thing that they could do is have conversations or business conversations in front of them. Okay. And so I was thinking all of this, but then I said, because normally when I come on here, I do not watch the trailer. So I was like, let me just watch the trailer real quick, while I have time before I go on. And what do you know on the daggone trailer? I told you this fast-paced writing, guys, fast-paced writing. On the trailer, it's showing that she is hitting this chick with the proposition. She meaning Shanti, and this chick meaning Claudia. Okay? And I was like, yeah, I knew it. Don't have a conversation. Do not talk in front of her. All this time I'm over here thinking, oh yeah, she's down for him. She's down for him. No, y'all. This girl, she had a plan the whole time. And we will talk about it. We will talk about it. All right. So next, y'all, we got another conversation because look, while Claudia was talking to Janard, he was tearing some food up, you know what I'm saying? Had his little fruit drink and everything, tearing the food up. And then, eating, making me want to eat. And then, said what he had to say. And then now you got this meeting with Tommy and Mirkovic, and he tearing some food up too, making me want to freaking eat. I'm like, come on now, stop playing. I want to eat. Y'all playing around, got me hungry. If I'm looking close enough, it looked like there's some shells or something like that up in there. Some shells, child. Oh, wow. Look at this. Big Smooth says, what's your Cash App? It's right there on the screen, guys. I decided to put my Cash App. It says Miss K Cash App, $ Khadija Carey. And the reason why I put my Cash App up there is because something happened. I don't know why, but I did not get paid from you know who. And hopefully that's going to be resolved. But I was like, if anybody wants to support a sister, there you go. Thank you so much, y'all. A lot of things changing in a sister's life. And I'm doing kind of like the single mom thing now. All right. So anyway, it's crazy. Let me tell you guys something real quick. Just really, 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 really quick off the subject. My first book that I ever wrote was like a memoir. It was like a diary kind of. And I titled it The Diary of a Married Single Mother, or Married Single Mom. I think it was Married Single Mom. And so I'm still married. But I'm like, I'm literally now living what I said is is what it is. Married, separated, but single mom lifestyle. Anyway, so I don't know if that was a situation where maybe I should have been careful about what I said, but I was talking about what I was living. So what are you going to do? All right, guys. So let's get into it, right? Thank you so much, Big Wolf Status. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for all the support. All right. So here we go, guys. So next we have Tommy, who sits down, and Mirkovic, him and Mirkovic, he's sitting down with Mirkovic, sorry. And he has, the same energy. Mirkovic has the same energy that he had with Diamond. Like, I'm not budging. I need y'all to don't come up north. Don't play with me. Okay? Now, Tommy tells him that he knows that by refusing the bag, it means that Mirkovic will make a move. And I don't think that's a good idea. Okay. And when Tommy says it's a bad idea, Mirkovic says that he cannot allow him to come to the north side. So Tommy says, Walter was just pushing pills over there. I'm coming to move powder, and you were never there. So help me understand the math, because nothing changes for you, right? And Mirkovic, he bangs on the table and he tells Tommy that he's a pirate and he doesn't trust him. He doesn't understand boundaries and all of this stuff, right? But guys, the bottom line is Tommy tells Mirkovic that they're coming for the north side. And I dare you to stop us, okay? Because, you know, Mirkovic said, I don't want you on this territory, on my territory. And Tommy just said, well, you can't always get what you want. Everybody can't get what they want. And we coming for the north side. He said, I dare you. And Mirkovic said, okay. Okay, it's gonna be what it's gonna be then. And we saw what he did, right? He came through the Crimson Projects, lit it up and everything. I don't have the picture for y'all, but he lit it up. Okay, but let's go back for a second. Okay, now why is this such a big deal for Mirkovic to have these projects, especially when he wasn't even doing nothing in this territory? Now, this was news to me. For Tommy to say that and shed light on that situation, it's very weird to hear that you wouldn't do nothing over there, and nothing is changing for you. So why is it such a big deal for this man to come over here? Right? And just sounds like a lot of ego tripping, like, why do you care so much where this man plants his flag? Just, it's kind of one of those things, guys, where it's like, if you're not thinking about anything, but you find out that it's something lucrative going on there, then now all of a sudden you want it. You know what I mean? And it happens so much with, especially who? These people right here. This side. Every time they find, they could think something is trash. As soon as they find out it's lucrative, and then they'll give it to you too. They be like, oh, you can have that. They find out it's lucrative, they want that sucker back. Or they want a piece of that action. All right. Now, I just feel like it's stupid, and it's, war and blood for no reason, just dumb. All right. So now back to the shootout, guys. Yeah, I like that he called Tommy a pirate too. That was funny because it's kind of true. You know what I mean? And it's not true, because when he was in New York, it was, he had more stability, I guess. But now that he's over here, it is kind of true. You know what I'm saying? He's just all over the place, and he's pulling out the freaking map of the city like a pirate and all of that good. Hi. Oh, hi. Oh, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get you because you're supposed to come see me first.
I know, but
not your friends.
Like, yeah, I should have. I was thinking that too, but I was like, Mom probably wants me to. Once I come see her.
Sorry, guys.
In for the night.
Yeah, of course I want you to be in for the night, but I'm happy to see you. I want to hug you some more, but I'm busy. I'm almost done.
I know.
Oh,
I didn't want to interrupt.
My son came home. My son from that's away from college. He hasn't been around for a while. I'm so happy to see him. Sorry for the interruptions, guys. What was I saying? Was I saying? This guy over here yelling already. He just came in the house. So guys, back to the shootout with Mirkovic and all of this. Not Mirkovic wasn't there, but the Serbs done came and tore the Crimson Projects up, guys. Okay, and Smurf is gonna use the dude with the headphones as a human shield, guys. Like he done took a page out of the book of Nino Brown. But Nino Brown is still worse because he tried to use a little girl, right? But unfortunately, Smurf actually got somebody deleted. Oh my gosh, yo. I was like, are we kidding me? I said, are we kidding me? Are y'all kidding me? So here's the thing though, guys. When I saw that kid with the headphones, it just said to me, this is the reason why I tell my kids, don't have your headphones on outside, because you need to know what's going on. I mean, this kid obviously had his headphones on so loud that he couldn't hear the shootout, and they were letting off like missiles, basically. Okay. And he was just out there just chilling, leaning up against the car and everything. He has big headphones on too. It was just stupid. But anyway, they burnt up the projects, guys. And, it's just like, why destroy the projects? You know what I mean? Why destroy them? If this is a territory that you want so bad, why destroy them? Okay. And also not just delete. I can understand if you was coming through to delete the CBI gang, but you was deleting citizens. You know what I'm saying? And impossible customers and everything. So I was looking at that like that was pretty stupid. But then later on when I saw the text that he sent Tommy, I think I realized that he was sending the message that if I can't have these projects, nobody's going to have these projects. I'm going to burn them down to the ground. Okay. So that's what I got out of it. All right, guys. So let's see where we are now. So we have Claudia who tells her little girlfriend that Vic betrayed her. And I was just like, girl, Claudia be lying. Yo, let me tell y'all something about Claudia. You know, I said Shanti's a new person that we can't trust, but you can never trust Claudia. Like you can. Nothing that comes out of her mouth, okay? You can't trust anything that comes out of her mouth. Well, first, you know, she tells her little friend who came, "Oh, I came as soon as I could on my mom's JP. I mean PJ." That's what she said, "To my mom's PJ." So it's from one spoiled brat to another, one entitled brat to another. "I came over here in my mom's PJ as soon as I heard." Okay. She's telling this chick that she should have been the one to take over the Flynn organization, but you know, Vic betrayed me, and those men, those old school men in Ireland wouldn't have me, blah blah blah. But for her to even utter those words that Vic betrayed her, it's just like it's just a straight lie, knowing what the heck she did, right? But also, you really gotta wonder, what are you playing at? Like, why did you say that Vic betrayed you? Because now we got Claudia has nobody, y'all. So everything that she's doing is she's kind of like weaving this little web. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to build uh people to be on her side. You know what I'm saying? Like when she says to the girl, like they start kissing and stuff, and she says, you know, "Can we just take it slow?" I'm just like, I don't even believe that. You don't take nothing slow. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. So, I just feel like everything that comes out of her mouth is a part of her little game that she's playing. No one in her life is safe. Nobody in her life is safe. Maybe she really will fall in love with somebody. Maybe this girl, she'll really fall in love with her. But right now, she's definitely manipulating her. This girl's probably going to stay here and be her new little boo thing, who's also going to start pushing pills with her even more. Got her little organization thing going on. And then it's going to be something. Okay. And she's going to be able to turn the girl against her, against Vic, or paint this picture that Vic is the monster and Claudia is the victim and all that stuff. But listen, even that girl tried to say, "Look, your father wasn't the problem. It was Dublin." You know what I'm saying? Those are all old school guys. But Claudia wasn't trying to hear that. Because she even asked her, she said, "Well, are you sad that your dad is dead?" And she's like, "No, I rather have nothing than to deal with what he was giving me," or whatever the heck she said. Can't deal with her voice. Listen, the crazy thing is, if she wasn't a jerk, I wouldn't mind her voice. But because she's a jerk, I just don't even want to hear anything about her. I don't want to see her face. I don't want to hear her voice. Like everything irks me. All right, guys, I'm done ranting. Claude only loves herself. That's true. Cloudy. Cloudy. Mm, cloudy. Definitely cloudy, child. Miserable wretch. Miserable wretch. All right, guys. So Janard is back with CBI. Okay. And so him and Tommy shake on it. Now, this is, of course, after Tommy warned Janard that his next screw up his next screw up will be his last. Okay. This is Tommy, he warns him first. Okay. And then we have what is this guy's name? Oh my gosh, I hate when I start screwing up the names, guys. That's when Janard is like, I apologize, the stuff that was happening between me and my brother, I was tripping, blah blah blah. And I see that you a real one, whatever, and how you move and stuff, and I respect it, and I apologize. And so, they shake on it and things like that. And then, obviously you see uh Diamond just kind of scoping out the whole situation. Then he goes and he gives his brother a hug. He's like, "Welcome back, Janard." Gives Janard a hug, and there was like a little sniffle. And then Tommy was like, hmm? Like his freaking radar went up. And I'm like, yo, Tommy, sit the freak down. Okay. But, there was a lot of ominous music going on during this episode, guys. And in this moment, as Tommy is watching his brothers hug it out, there was this ominous music. When Diamond lied to Tommy about how Janard is good and there's nothing else that I need to tell you and all of this, there was ominous music. So there's a lot of like suspicion and a lot of buildup going on that they're trying to prepare us for something that's going to happen, but we'll see how it works out. Just don't play around and start going crazy, taking out characters that, need to be around for a while. All right. Now, after this, guys, we have Maria, who hasn't been responding to Tommy. Okay. So he goes to the hospital, where come on, this girl's working. Like, don't be ghetto, Tommy. Okay. So, but he wants to know, what did he do wrong? What changed? Okay. So she tells him that Miguel broke Kendall's hands and all of this. He thought he put his hands on me and all of this, so he broke his hands. And Tommy was like, okay, well, good. You know what I mean? And it was like, no, that's like, he didn't put his hands on me. And he said, okay, well, sorry is for him. Sorry for him. But what does that have to do with me? Okay. And that's when she was saying, well, I don't know what the heck my brother's going to do if he finds out that you and I are dealing with each other. Right. And she doesn't want to be responsible for that. And so even in this moment, you could tell she wants to say so much more to him, but she holds it back. All right. But then he gets a call. He's like, hold on, just give me 1 second, 1 second. So he gets the call. Are you serious? Okay, I'm coming or whatever. I don't know if he said I'm coming, but he had to go. So then he says, I'll talk to you later. We're going to finish this conversation. But guys, you know how I be having scratching my head moments. And I didn't want to bring this up prematurely. I wanted to wait till Sunday, but I'm going to talk about it anyway because I want to see, who knows what, because this was definitely scratching my head moment. Because after this, then we get to the projects, the Crimson projects, where the Serbs come in and light it up. But if that happened after he got the call, what was it that Tommy had to go leave her for, right? Like, why did he have to go leave the hospital? That was a question. Anyway, I'm going to leave that alone and I will bring that back up again Sunday. All right. So next we have, remember we have the, when Tommy gets to the Crimson Projects, we have him, he gets the text from Mirkovic saying that this is what the North Side will look like if you step foot on the territory. So clearly he's going to burn it down, child. Okay. Burn it down. All right. And then we have this scene right here where Diamond almost deletes the crap out of this kid. Not kid, this man. Oh, Lordy Lord. He calls him a P or a BA or something like that. Tommy said, not Tommy. What's his name? Diamond. Soon as he calls him a BA or whatever, he said, you just a B. Yokes him up with one hand. You hear me? One hand. He was about to lose it on him. Did y'all hear what he was saying? It's almost like he was almost losing his mind, Diamond, and he couldn't even really talk. He just kept saying, leave, or something like that. He said, leave, leave, leave. And then he would say, them alone, or something like that. Like, it was just one word that he kept saying. And then after that, he said, leave them alone. Don't you go near them again, or else I'm going to delete you behind. Okay. Now, the crazy thing about this is that this dude was snorting with his little chick on the side. Okay. So Diamond comes out of nowhere. Yeah, that's what he kept saying. He kept saying alone. Thank you, Big Smooth. Because I'm like, I know I can feel that the word was not right. Alone, alone. I could feel that the word was not right. But he kept saying alone, 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 right? And then finally he said, leave them alone. Yeah. Because I'm over here saying leave, leave, leave. But I was just like, what is going on? Like, he's over here flipping. He is flipping. Okay. So anyway, I just hope that this don't have no ramifications. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude right here he act like he's so hard. Okay. But listen, you over here, acting like you so hard and everything, but you got gripped up by one hand, honey, and shut down. All right. You're a freaking drug addict. Shut your mouth. Be quiet. I just don't want this to come back to bite Diamond, and you know what I'm saying? But it probably won't. Hopefully not. Okay, guys. So let's see where else we are at. Something weird just happened. Let's see. Um, hmm. All right, so now we have Vic has nothing for Stacy, right, guys? But he brings up the intel. He brings up the intel that his sister, I saw her with the Serbs. I have guys on her, they're following her. She met with the Serbs, she met with Janard Sampson. She said, I don't care about your sister, I don't want to hear about your sister. Like, she literally doesn't care. And the crazy thing is, Claudia could be the one to follow, because she's trying to get in where she fits, and she's trying to get with any and everybody, but yet this lady just doesn't care. She doesn't want to know anything about her. I'm telling you guys, I'm sorry, she's so dumb to me. Like, she's so stupid. But anyway, he lies about getting Tommy's number, because we did see that Tommy gave him a burner. He says he doesn't have the number. Okay. But, Stacy says to him, do you think you can outsmart me? And I'm over here like, yeah, I think he can. Because like I said to you guys earlier, the fact that she thinks that these dudes were so intertwined or so close or was really doing work together, they just kind of happened to do one little thing together or two things last season. And she act like they so linked. They're not, man. She's so dumb. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's go on and move on. So now we got Maria. She came to see Tommy all frantic and everything, okay? And she was afraid that he died in the shootout at the Crimson Projects, okay? And she's like, I don't know. I thought I lost you. I thought you died. This and that and third. What are we doing? And all of this. And she says, I want you. She can't help herself, guys. She can't help how she feels. She is in love with a thug. That's that. All right. So, I don't know. We're going to see. But let's move on. So Vic tells Gloria's pick, right? He tells Gloria's pick that he finally made his dad pay. And I'm like, you ain't make him pay nothing. He's dead. You didn't make him pay. Okay? He didn't suffer the consequences of losing his home and his business and just kind of having to grovel or beg for things and all of this. Like, you didn't do nothing to him. He is dead now. This is the reason why Tommy said what he said when he was like, death is too easy for Claudia, because of the fact that, he wants her to suffer. But you didn't do that to your dad. If anything, you freaking put him out of his daggone misery, because he was hemorrhaging money. The dude was already going broke. Okay? Going broke. All right. So anyway, then he says to the picture of Gloria, he says, I think we're going to have to take down Tommy, even though he tried to help us. But this is the only way that I can have a free life. I can get myself free of this life. And so for me, I was really hoping that he would not go through this, that when he went to go meet up with Tommy, that he would have kind of told him what was going on, just straight up been honest. But he's actually been trying to get close to Tommy, inviting himself on the drops and saying, "Oh, I'd like to go meet with you when you go meet with the supplier," or whatever he said, right? And Tommy was like, "No, me and Diamond will go where we got this." You know what I mean? Um, so sorry about that, guys. I'm getting tired. So yeah, I was kind of disappointed with that, but hopefully we'll get it. We'll get it together, and he will, change his mind or do a little better than what he's doing because I'm not feeling it. Ghetto Vandro says, "You might hate me for this, but I think they setting for Tommy to die." Huh. If they take Tommy out of force, that's weird. But you never know. That is very weird to take out the main protagonist. Like, that's super weird to me. Okay. Maybe I'm overreacting, but when Maria was hyperventilating and she said, "I thought I lost you," and then Tommy said, "I'm not ever going anywhere," and hugged her, they play ominous music. Yeah. I mean, he can't be acting like he invincible out here. That's for sure. I don't see Tommy surviving the series, but to take him out, that'd be stupid. But hey, you never know, right? They've done stranger things, but he would have to die in like the season finale or something, like the series finale. Can't be like that. Um, because yeah, it's his show, right? Okay, so let's see where we are before we get out of here, guys. I'm surprised we've been up in here for an hour and 21 minutes, but it's all good. All right. So next we have Shanti, who has a plan, y'all, because Janard goes and he tells her, "Listen, I'm back with CBI and things of that nature." And she has a plan to take down CBI from within. She's like, "I do not want to be working for no white man anymore. No, I'm tired of the white man taking our stuff." Okay. So it seems like whatever's going on, no matter if Diamond is tied into the situation, um, she don't care about that. She is willing to make Diamond go down with the ship, because the main thing about it is we're gonna help build CBI up, and then when they're at the top, we gonna swoop in and take over. Okay, we gonna have a hostile takeover. All right, and the thing about it is, y'all, she was over here yelling at Janard and stuff like that. I mean, my, have the tables have turned. Okay, she yelling at I'm sorry, I can't even say his name. She's yelling at Janard like she's a maniac, telling him to man up because she ain't signed up for this and all of that. She ain't signed up for this game to lose. So like I said, it looked like a role reversal situation, guys, because not too long ago it was Janard telling Shanti that she's either riding or she ain't. You either riding with me, baby, or you ain't, and you got to make a choice now. Okay. And that's when we had Shanti saying what she said, like, "You right, King. I wasn't thinking." You know what I'm saying? In her moment, she was telling Janard what he wanted to hear to calm him down and stuff, right? And to stay in the game with him. Because I believe now, after watching this episode, that she really had a plan, and she's not really down for Janard like that. She just wanted to get in with him because she probably felt that he was gonna be somebody on top, and she wanted to ride that wave with him and try to act like she's this loyal chick and everything, ride or die, blah blah blah, so she could get in good with him, so that eventually she could be like Queen Bee, or just be side by side with him, taking over the game. Okay, I'm telling you, these freaking, oh my gosh. So now, guys, while Shanti is acting like a maniac, telling Janard that he needs to step up or she's gone, right? Janard seems to be telling her what she wants to hear. And he says, I'm messing with the right B, right? Because he was look as you can see, look at the picture. He looking at her like, what is going on? What are you talking about, right? And then as she's talking, her eyes looking all crazy. And I mean, she just flipped. She flipped. Have we seen her like this? No, she flipped, y'all. And then she's like, I'm tired of this and that. You man up, you this, you that. And looking like she ready to manhandle him. You know what I'm saying? When before he was telling her, you need what we not gonna do is this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? And calming her down or putting her in check. Now she over here acting like she the boss, telling him what. And he's like looking at her like this girl is crazy. And so you can see him kind of, remember I said I feel like with Janard, you can kind of read his facial expressions more than Diamond. And he's over there like looking at her like, what the heck? And so it's like he kind of just feeds her this idea. I feel like he was just throwing it out there. He wasn't saying it like he meant it. He was just like, yeah, he deserve a bullet, right? Talking about Tommy. And she said, yeah, he does. But not right now, not just yet. You know, she got her little plan. We going this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And he just like, I'm messing with the right B. You know, same thing like how when she was like, you right, King. Now you telling I'm messing with the right B, you know? Because I guess at this point, when you see somebody as crazy as this, you might as well go with the flow, right? Don't let them know that you on to them. That's what I'm looking at it as. Like, I don't know, guys. I don't think that Janard is with this idea. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like this was her plan the whole time. You know, to just, she's really just sitting here acting like she's so down with this dude. And nah. Okay, let's see what you guys are talking about. Then I'm gonna get out of here. Actually, I'm not gonna get out of here because I have to finish one last scene. I don't know what I'm talking about, child. What am I talking about? Hold on. All right. Shanti is carrying out Janard's original plan to have all CBI come to her. Okay. So, I think Shanti really into Janard for real, or is she just using him to get what she wants and we'll get rid of him once she do? I think she's using him now. I was really thinking she was down for him, but this is the game plan. Even that time, like I said, when she said, when he was like, you either with me or you not, you know what I'm saying? She kind of like changed her tone because she was about to get at him. Like, you need to get your head in the game, this and that. He said, whoa, that's what we not gonna do. You know, you need to back the freak up. All right. But I feel like, Janard is kind of being a little humble right now because he knows he's down and out. He's messed up. He needs somebody in his corner, this and that. He needs his brother, and he probably feels like he needs her. But now that he sees that she's done flipped the script and she might be a little off her rocker, he probably, I think he's just going to keep his mouth shut. And, the only person he probably really can trust is his brother, so I hope that he keeps his eye on her. That's what I hope. Shanti role getting bigger, which means she's going to get taken out. Yeah, hopefully, because I don't think I like her. Her plan ain't going to work. However, her feelings about how the white man just pulls up and takes stuff is true. I hope Tommy chooses to leave the game, starts thinking like Ghost was trying to get him to think. Tommy done did so much though. He gotta die by the way that he been living. I'm sorry. Even though I enjoy Tommy, but I've been waiting for him to die a long time. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he made it out of the first power is a freaking miracle. I've been saying that she's playing the long game. She wants that power. Very good. They can easily take out Janard with a bad batch of H. They sure could. Okay, Mike Conley says she's going to set Janard up or having him OD, but she will set him up for Diamond to kill him. There you go with that nonsense. Okay. They're going to miss Tommy like always. Tommy going to come back and take Shanti out. She was on some Kanan stuff. Take him out from the inside. Uh-huh. All right, I think that's it, guys. Um all right. So the last scene is with Tommy looking, I think he was looking at a map again, y'all. Looking at a map again. This time he hears a familiar voice and it's Holly coming through. He's looking at a map after he done finished taking what's her name down. What is her name? Oh my gosh. Maria. When I did my first reaction recap for my members, I had the picture of Tommy from Martin with got the draws, dog, right? I had that picture of him like yelling while he was on stand. What does GTD mean? Got the draw, yeah, got the draw. What? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. So Tommy done got the freaking draws. And he got the drawers and there we go. So he done put her to bed. He put her to bed. Rock the body, turn you over, love is war, I'm your soldier. So, he touched her like it was their first time. Okay, I'm done. I'm not gonna say no more lyrics, I promise. It's time to go to bed, y'all, because this is when I start acting super duper silly. So it's time to stop. All right. He got the drawers. That's the bottom line. Then we hear a familiar voice, and the voice that comes in is Holly. She's over there saying, "Oh, she's not like me, Holly. I mean, she's not like me, Tommy, this and that." And we see that Holly is kind of pregnant and stuff because remember, she was pregnant before he, deleted her. And he's like, "Oh, Holly, please forgive me. I'm so sorry." He gets on his knees. "Please, please, 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 Holly, forgive me." And so, she's saying, you touch everything you touch, you damage. Okay. And listen, guys, I'm gonna tell you this, like I told my members. I wasn't happy to see Holly. Okay. I wasn't happy because I didn't like her. Okay, look, Mike agreed. He hated Holly so much. I wasn't happy to see her. So it wasn't nothing I was like, "Oh, look at Holly. I don't care." We didn't need to see that. Like, how y'all gonna give us Holly, but we gonna hear Liliana's voice? It's mad. That's stupid. But one thing I will say, and I said this too, is that Holly kind of looked like she kind of looked like Kate to me a little bit. But anyway, so the point is that even though I didn't care for Holly to come back, she was telling him some truthful things. And it's not something that we haven't been saying. We kind of been saying that every woman in Tommy's life dies, right? So I am afraid for Maria. Knowing the type of person that Maria is, she's probably the best girl that Tommy has ever had. The purest girl even, right? The most innocent one. And so for her, I would more so like her to get the heck away from Tommy. Go away, girl. Walk the heck away before anything happens to her. I would really, really, really be unhappy with that if something happens to her because I like her character. Like, you don't really get good people like that on here, So I'm very afraid for her to be with him. I really am. I'm very, very afraid. Now, I do feel like she could turn. She could catch a body. I know a lot of people were saying that they feel like she would be the one to probably do something to her brother as far as the whole insulin stuff goes. Like, you saw that she told him, she said, "Stay out of my business." And she did not give him that stuff. I mean, she did not give him the insulin or nothing like that. Okay. And so yeah, there you have it. So I'm feeling like if he tried to do something to her Tommy, she might listen. She is falling fast. And Tommy already told Holly, he said, "I think I love her." And the thing that's different between how it was with you is that I changed now. I'm different now. I don't know what he talking about when he say he changed so much. I mean, you still a little, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, maybe you changed a little bit, Tommy. Maybe a little bit, but you still pretty much kind of the same. Okay. Maybe not as rough, maybe. Yeah. He's probably a little nicer, right? Maybe when it comes to the ladies. But whatever, guys. She might. AG says Maria might take out Miguel. Yeah, she might do that. And then if she does that, thank you for bringing me back to my point. If she does that, then she's not going to be the most innocent. Okay. Now Miss Arm says Lakeisha was the most innocent. I totally beg to differ. Lakeisha wanted that life. She was for that life. She was for that life. She wanted it. She wanted to be like Tasha. She wanted to be with a hustler. She wanted to be a hustler's wife. She encouraged it. She tried to go up in there with Tommy's crew and act like she was, the it woman and all of that. So, there you have that. And the reason why I say that Maria is the most innocent is because, she's trying to separate herself from that life. She doesn't want to deal with nobody in that life, right? But unfortunately, she's going against all her rules, right? And she's fell for this man that's in the street life. And that's so sad when it comes to love, because sometimes you really just can't help who you fall for. But she should have just continued to stay away. But Tommy was all up, just pushing up on her all the time. Guys, all the freaking time. Okay. But anyway, more ominous music playing, of course. More ominous music throughout this whole freaking episode. And you just have him, looking at her and basically making it seem like he has to do right by her because I think I love her and all of this. But we shall see what happens. Do you think because of this fast-paced writing that they're doing, that they're going to have Maria catch a bullet at the end of this season? I don't know, man. We'll see. Lakeisha thought she was the queen of the South and got murdered. Yeah, honey. That was a sad scene, though, man. It really, really, really was. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I think I covered everything. I think that was it. But I really appreciate you all rocking with me. It's 53 people in the building at 2:00 in the morning, honey. Like, y'all some riders. Okay, ride or die, baby. Now, let me just make sure that so I could tell Big Smooth, thank Big Smooth for the super chat. I'm sorry, not the super chat. Matthew Wilson. All right. Thank you, Matthew Wilson. I got it. I didn't know you sent me one too. Thank you so much. And so did Big Wolf Status. I got it. I just sent the heart. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so very much. Let's see. They can't resist the charm when they keep getting past the alarms. Where's that come from? You hit me with some lyrics. They have to change it up though. It wouldn't make sense to repeat it all over again. No, you're right. They do need to change it up. They really do. But have they changed up the father killings? No, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? They're not bored with it yet. So let's get a little different. You know what I'm saying? I agree. I totally agree. Change it up. But we know that's not what they be doing sometimes in this universe. Kind of make stuff predictable. Bars. Bars. That rhymes. Remember that from the wood? I love Stacy. Anywho, guys, love you. See you. Hopefully Sunday, guys. Hopefully Sunday, because I'm hoping I'll be back in time. All right. But it shouldn't be no issue. Talk to you guys later and have a blessed night. Bye bye.